This is how to make a gumdrop edging along your interlocking crochet. We're going to unite the fabric a little differently. I've pulled a chain through. I'm working on the B side, and I've pulled the chain, a yarn. I'm working with the B yarn, and I've pulled a chain through, and now I'm going to do a running chain stitch, working across the posts of each color. So I've done the A color. I'm not working on the B color, the A color, the B color, and you'll notice on the B side it's going to be a double chain along the edge, and when you turn it over to the A side you have a single loop edging. Just be careful to periodically check your A side because sometimes you start jumping up into other rows and you want to remain consistent on the edging row. Now our next round, I'm still working on the B side with the B color, and I've completed my chain around. Now I begin the row with either a double crochet or a chain 3, and I'm working double crochets around, but I'm working under that chain 2 loop of the round we had just completed. Going under those 2 loops, pulling it up, making a double crochet. Continue all the way around, adding 3 double crochets in each corner. When you're finished with this side, end off the yarn with the slip stitch and end off your yarn because you're finished with that side. Now when you're on, you turn over to the A side, and what you're going to do is now work double crochets, but you're going to work them under the single loop on this side. And continue to work double crochets all the way around, 3 in each corner. Don't end off your yarn because you're going to still work with it. This is what it will look like. This is the B side with double crochets around. This is the A side with double crochets around. And I've started to unite both sides now with a single crochet. So I'm going to finish that off. I'm working through the top 2 loops of the front and the back 2 and the top 2 loops of the back with a single crochet. If you want, you could go through the back loop of the front and the front loop of the back section and make your single crochet, and you'll end up with an extra little line running around the edge of each side. But for this one, I'm just going to go through the top 2 loops, and when you get to the end, I have one more here to do. Yeah, one more to do. And when you get to the end off with either a slip stitch and a single crochet in that loop, or just a single crochet. Now we're going to be doing our puff or gumdrop row. Chain 7, 5, 6, 7, and count back 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 4th loop from the end of the hook. I'm going to do a yarn over, pull through, and pull up 3 loops. I've got 3 loops on my hook. I'm doing a yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You want to do that 4 times, 5 times if you want an extra puffy loop. And for this one, 2, 4, 6, I've got 9 loops on the hook. If you add the extra, you'll have 11 loops on the hook. Then you grab your yarn and wiggle it through. Once you've got it through, do a slip stitch to lock it in place. Then do a slip stitch into that 4th chain again. So you have your little puff, and you can puff it out front. And like I said, you can add that extra loop, extra 2 loops, so it would have been 11 loops if you're working with the finer yarn. If you're working with the heavier yarn like this one, you would probably just want to keep it the 9 loops. To complete it, we do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This is where it's attached, so I'm skipping 3 single crochets. In that 4th single crochet, I'm going to make another single crochet. So I've completed the one, and I'll make one more. It's a chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count 4 back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, go through that, pull through a yarn, 3 on the hook, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, I'm doing it 4 times for this one, but you can add an extra one if you want it extra puffy. I've got 9 loops on my hook. I grab the yarn, wiggle it through, complete it with a slip stitch to that, slip stitch to that bottom, and push your little puff out. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3 single crochets, and make your in the 4th. So that's your gumdrop edging. Here's the little puffier one with the heavier yarn, and it's a really cute edging. Thinner one for maybe something delicate, heavier one for maybe a baby blanket or a nice afghan. If you would like to see the written instructions, just go to free patterns at interlockingcrochet.com.